outfit. This is a 2X torrid dress. This, however, is I think it's a 4XL torrid sweater, because like, look, I can wrap the sucker around me. It's just a little too cool right now to wear this out because it's a no sleeve. It's a no sleeve skater dress. So yeah, we're going to go out, and I match almost head to toe. Is that a cute look? Maybe not, but I was just so happy about these. This is the outfit that we are going to go out in today. This is my favorite perfume. It's Euphoria by Calvin Klein.
Signature scent.
It's my signature scent.
I'm wearing it since it.
I don't know. I didn't know how long I've been wearing it for. Hold on. I gotta lift up the necklace because I don't want perfume on the necklace. That's all you need. That may even be a little too much.
Yeah, but every single time we walk past the receptionist at the doctor, oh my god, you girls smell so good. Oh my god, you girls smell so good.
Like literally every time we go to the doctor's office, it's like, oh my god, you smell so good. Because like I'm sure they smell horrible things.
They smell like a mixture of things, like they're healthcare workers.
But like 2-3 spritz, depending on the day and how hot it is. Like right now I'm a little hot because we're inside and I'm wearing a sweater. We're gonna go out. I have water on me from washing my hands. How embarrassing. We're gonna go out. We're going to go grocery shopping a little bit. Little things because I have to get stuff for dinner tonight. And yeah. Woo! Took off the sweater, put sunscreen on. It's too hot. So everyone is just gonna see me like this. Happy birthday, everyone. Obviously, I think I'm very cute. Obviously, I'm having a very good, oh, you're cute day. So, this dress always does that to me though. This one and my black one looks the exact same. There's just something about it. Makes me look cute, fits me right. This is not, there we go. So cute. Look how cute she is. Let's do a little spitteroo. A little. do. It's so early, but we're up because we're going to the dentist today. And then I gotta come home and go to work. It's great. It's fantastic. I slept so good though. I was so tired. I was on live last night for like an hour and a half almost, like almost 2 hours. And I spent the entire time cooking because my father's diet starts today. So he's only allowed to have certain things. So I decided that I think it would be in his best interest for me to make him dinner. What, Bubs, you want dinner? Bubs is here because he wants his breakfast. I decided that it would be in his best interest to make him his dinner for today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, and just shove it in the fridge. And then so all his meals are meal planned out. So I'm gonna feed them, and then I'm gonna go get dressed. Woo! I'm gonna weigh myself. It has been a few days since I weighed myself. There's water on my shirt. I have eaten. The good thing is about my scale is it talks. So I'm gonna weigh myself. We're gonna see what my weight is because I'm determined this week to get 5,000 steps a day. I got 5,000 yesterday. I have currently 1,089 for the day. All right, let's weigh myself.
Hello.
Hopefully you guys can hear her.
It's ready. 328.8 pounds.
Oh, I thought I was 330. So my goal is to get 5,000 steps today and tomorrow and Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, because I got 5,000 yesterday. I ended the day at 5,089, I think. I'll put it here for Sunday. Today is Monday, start of my work week. I'm gonna be very busy today, but yeah, it looks like I've already lost a couple pounds, so it's good from the last time I updated. But yeah, let's get on this. I have to put my gloves on, go to work for a few hours. And then as my breaks roll in, I'm going to walk around my house. I'm going to get those steps in and I'll update you throughout the day. That's what this vlog is going to be about this week. Not only am I going to attempt to do some stuff outside and all that stuff, I'm going to attempt to really get the 5,000 steps a day, because then I know that I can do it, and I just have to up it more to get that 7,000 that I failed last time. I tried to do this. I tried to get 7,000 steps a day last November, I think. And I failed miserably. It may have been October or no, I don't know. Anyway, last year. And I failed miserably. I'm not going to fail this time. 5,000 steps is not a lot. 7,000 steps is not a lot. I'm trying to get back up to getting those 10,000 steps a day. And it's beautiful outside. So there's always a possibility that I can easily go for a walk after work if it's not too dark. And I just got back from the dentist and my teeth are like professionally cleaned. But yeah, let's do this thing. It's currently 6:24. I'm going on a walk because I said I was going to, and I mean it. I'm looking at this as like, I have to go for a walk. I have to like do this for my body. I'm looking at this the same way I would look at like making dinner, right? I have to make dinner. I can't just, go and order dinner every night. It's not healthy. So I'm looking at this as like a necessity. I have got to go take a walk. So we're going out, we're taking a walk. Yeah. Whew. I don't know if you can hear the music or not, but I'm just getting back. I am drenched in sweat. I met my best friend out there for the walk, so we walked together, and I walked for like 40 minutes, almost 40 minutes. But I hit my 5K. So let me just see exactly how many steps I got. Hold on. You're gonna sit there for a second. Ooh. Hold on. 5,794 steps. That was rude. There we go. 2 miles. I walked 2 miles today. I was gonna vlog while I was walking, but then my best friend, I was like walking on the street, my best friend texted me, she's like, are you outside? And I was like, yeah, I'm going for a walk. And she's like, I see you. And I turn around and all I see is this little thing walking towards me. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go walk with her. So we ended up taking the long route around, and we got Snoopy because we saw the police. So we got like those Snoopy, middle-aged neighbor thing going on. And we were just kind of like boop-a-doop-a-doop and kind of inching around to see what the cops are around for, because we're those people. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I was listening to Sabrina Carpenter's new album in my ears the entire time. And I listened to the whole album while I was out. So I had a good walk. I'm going to do that every single day. I'm going to try. I'm not going to promise I'm going to do it every single day, but I'm going to attempt to do it every single day, because it was a very easy way of getting my 5,000 steps in for the day. Because I started off today with 1,000 from going to the dentist, and then I got the others when I was out. So the shower tonight is going to feel so good. I cannot wait to take a shower tonight. But I'm making pork schnitzel. It's sriracha and lime, right? Is it sriracha and lime? Chipotle and lime pork schnitzel with either cauliflower bites, and if I can't find those, it's going to be tater tots. One or the other.
Everyone's saying to pair it with cauliflower or
potato.
Potato. And I know we have the cauliflower, but I just don't know where they are.
My dad is currently eating his dinner that I prepped for him yesterday. Very happy guy. And one of my favorite people are going to be live tonight. So I'm excited for that too. What time is it? In a half hour. Woo! Good morning. I decided that instead of putting this as its own short, somebody requested that I do a specific quote that I said yesterday in ASL. So here it is. I'm fucking over carrots and Instant Pots. There you go. There you go, Saban. Okay, now that that's been done, we've had our fun this morning. Good morning. I cannot wait for coffee. I'm already hungry because your girl had a mighty dinner last night. I made pork pork schnitzel and home fries last night because I couldn't find my cauliflower bites. So I had a very good dinner that was very low calorie, by the way. But yeah, yesterday's walk was a lot of fun. I'm gonna try doing it again today. I'm not making promises about my walking. I'm really not. My goal is to get 5,000 steps a day. However I do that is however I do that. I could do it by walking around my house. I could do it by going outside and taking a walk outside. I could do that by, you know, running around a grocery store for a couple hours and getting things I need there. My goal is to just get the 5,000 steps, and that's it. So what am I at so far today? Not a lot. I'm at 330 steps for the day because it is only almost 9 o'clock in the morning. But yesterday I ended off with, I think, 6,100 steps in total after coming home from my walk and cooking dinner and all that. Then I think it ended up around 6,100 steps. I have to go check. But yeah, it was a good day. I definitely felt more energized when I got home because I was really tired after work and I wasn't gonna do anything. I really wasn't. I laid down and then Britt played a couple things on YouTube, and then we got to talking about stuff, and it was like, you know what? I'm going for a walk. I'm just gonna go for a walk. And then I met my best friend outside. Just randomly. I didn't text her to ask if she wanted to come with me or anything like that. I got to spend about 40 minutes with my best friend just walking. So definitely a good walk yesterday. Again, I might take one today. I'm not promising anything. I think it's a good shot that I will, but again, I'm not promising that it's gonna happen. But another thing I'm doing is I'm deliberately getting out of bed and getting out of my PJs. I'm putting on pants and a shirt every day so I have the ability to go and take a walk. Like, I don't have the excuse of, oh, I have to get dressed. I don't want to. No. That excuse no longer exists. I have clothes on. I can go take a walk. I'm not in my, PJs. I can go take a walk. Today's going to be a busier day at work. I have a couple things admin-wise to do. And then I have a whole task that needs to get done in time for a meeting tomorrow. So, wait, hold on. Let me go check. Does that meeting happen tomorrow? Or is that... that meeting doesn't happen tomorrow. Fuck yeah. Okay, so it's not as dire. Perfect. Fucking love that. So, having a low-calorie lunch today. I have my Diet Coke because I'm over Diet Pepsi, so I have Diet Coke. I have 2 servings of cashews, salted cashews. So that's 340 calories. And then in this steaming cup here, I have chicken broth. My boss drinks chicken broth every day for lunch. I'm letting it cool a little bit because it's really hot. So I figured I could adopt that a little bit, maybe try it and see how I like chicken broth for lunch. Eating cashews makes me slow down when I'm eating. They're also a really good source of fiber. In case nobody knew, cashews are also really great for diabetic. They help satiate and they can help in lowering blood glucose. So that's what I read anyway. I may be wrong, but that's what I read. I'm scared. It's hot. I also had a little bit of salt and pepper because we get reduced salt. So I just added a little salt and pepper. Ooh, that's actually really good. It's just chicken soup. Chicken soup, high protein, high fiber. I'm on lunch break. I walked for a bit. Hold on. I'm at 1,845 steps right now. No, 1,853 steps, sorry. Where did I get 45? 1,853. Walked around my apartment for a little bit just to shake out the joints and stuff. So yeah, it's my lunch break. I'm gonna relax, I'm gonna color, watch something on YouTube, have a glorious 30 minutes. Good morning. I ended up getting a new wireless headset for work. So this is handy for sure. I just have to learn how to turn on the noise isolation because it picks up on everything. Not good. I gotta pick up on that. But yesterday I did get my 5,000 steps. I did not I can take this off while I'm talking. Hold on. I did not go out for a walk last night after work. My social anxiety wouldn't let me. So what I did was I walked around my apartment, and I did not get them all consecutively, but I did hit 5,000 steps by around 11 o'clock last night. And when I tell you that I'm very proud of myself for that, it was a hard day yesterday, exercise-wise. It was one of those days where I was like, I don't want to do it. I have so much time. I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that, blah, blah, blah. Like, it was one of those days. And, yeah, I struggled, but I did it anyway. I walked around my apartment at 11 o'clock at night, and I got my 5,000 steps, and that is something that I can take and be proud of. That's now 3 days in a row. It is also 3 days in a row of maintaining my calorie bucket, not going over my calories. Because sometimes I'll have like a little too much snacks and I'll go over by like 20 to 30 calories and out of my deficit. My deficit is also like 2,300, by the way. It's not that big of a deal, but 2,300 calories is a lot of calories for the day. And if I'm going over that, then there's a problem there, right? For me. I usually stay anywhere between 1,800 to 1,000 to 2,000 calories, except on fasting days where I only hit 1,000. So it's hard when, you are over snacking. But yesterday and all this week, there's been no over snacking. I have not gone over my calorie bucket. I'm staying within that 1,800 to 2,000 range, and I'm excited about it. So yeah, yesterday was a good day overall, except for the walking. I'm going to try to go out today. It's a beautiful day. I'm going to try to go out and do walking, today. But if I don't do it, it's fine. Prui is, he just had breakfast, so he's being a very sweet guy. I love that it's October 1st, and we have our little black boy in frame, because it's the start of Halloween. Well, the start of Halloween happened in August, but you know what I mean. It's what people think the start of Halloween is. I wanted to make sure I was updating you from yesterday because I didn't do it last night. I basically got in the shower and moved on with my life. That's basically what I did. My dad's CT scan is tomorrow, so he's excited to get back to regular food, for sure. I just need coffee. I need coffee. Oh, this one's really, so I wanted to talk about my headset for a second because it's really cool. With this headset, right, I can turn up and down the volume, obviously. There's a mute button on this as well that I can just press here. The on-off is an actual switch. It's not like a button that you have to hold and press. So that's really handy. This is also cushioned. This is not something I'm used to. I used to have one just like this when I was working in the office. The charger is what I love the most. You basically keep it plugged in. You can unplug it too, I guess. But you just simply rest and it charges. It's beautiful. It's lovely. It's amazing. I love it. And it's really comfortable. It's really soft. So I just put this all the way back here, out of the way. And then at the end of every day, all I have to do is just hang it up. It works. Anyway, I go back to work. I know that this will do absolutely my hair. I know that this will do absolutely nothing for my step count, but I just had a blast. Hold on. So, whew, I'm all out of breath. My heart's racing. My face is all red. So I just started doing walking around my house, and I was like, you know what? This is so boring. What am I going to do? So what I did was I put on a couple songs from Sabrina Carpenter's new album. I just played Man, Child, and Tears. And when I tell you that I not only walked around this house, I did a strut around this house. I did myself a strut. I did myself, a little dancey dance. I was like moving. And then in Tears, when it said dance break, your girl broke out and danced. So let's see how many steps I have for today so far. 3,045. So I'm only just shy of 2,000 more. And it is 4:30. Whew. Our heart is beating. I think I got up to like 135 beats per minute. which is like not like too hard. So I wasn't like, you know, really pushing it, but my watch did say that workout was moderate, just kind of like my walk was. So that's really good. The fact that I'm getting my heart rate up and it's not like an easy walk. Like this morning's little walk around the house was an easy one. It wasn't like, you know, anything too dramatic. But today's like little dance off was considered moderate because I was like working up a sweat and I was like, my heart was beating faster than it usually is. Because I think my resting heartbeat is like 90, what is it? I think it's like anywhere between 95 and 98. Something gone bigger, right? So of course my heart beats a little faster. That was a lot of fun. I would definitely recommend doing that. If you think walking's boring and you're just kind of walking around your house, just put on a couple songs that you can lip sync to that get you in that like fuck yeah movement and just go for it. Honestly, it's I'm already like coming down from it because like it doesn't take me long, right? Because I've got pretty good stamina, but like I could feel myself getting like tired in my back, especially just like walking that fast and like strutting around this house like I was, you know, the main character. Have I said that I hate main character syndrome, or I hate when people think they're the main character? But yeah, like I was walking around like nobody was fucking better than I was, and I was lip syncing to these songs, and I was just doing my little dancey dance, and it worked. I got my blood rate. Come on now. I got my heart rate up. I'm having a lot of fun today. It's been, you know, a busy day, and the fact that I can break it up with all this little monotony is nice. Tomorrow's my dad's appointment. So, I'll be updating, with his appointment from there. And yeah, after the CT scan and MRI, the next appointment after this should be radiation. So that's going to be interesting for sure. Anyway, I have a half hour left of my work day and then I'm done for the day. And then maybe I'll go for a walk. I don't know. Also, this cranberry sugar-free ginger ale, amazing. Hello. This is a very odd angle, but I'm getting ready to go to bed. Actually, I'm already ready for bed, but I'm waiting for Britt to come back because I don't trust her brain. When it comes to being late at night, I don't trust the way it treats her. Anyway, I got my 5,000 steps today. I did not go for an outside walk again, which is fine. I've decided that this vlog, it's really me expressing my own love languages to myself. Like, for example, my love languages are words of affirmation and quality time. I give all of the people in my life words of affirmation, and I give them all quality time. When I can, of course. I love being praised. I love words of affirmation so much bestowed upon me, and I love when people just want to spend time with me. That's all I really want in life. I don't care for monetary things. I don't care for gifts. I don't care about that. I want people to want to spend time with me. And I want people to tell me that I'm nice and pretty and smart and all those things. That they're proud of me and shit, you know? So I started doing that to myself and telling myself that, you know, you can do this every single day. You're capable, you're strong, you're resilient, you've done the things, you know how to do this. It's just easy stuff. You just got to push through. It's great. And then spending time with just myself. Like the little dance break I had today. That was fun. I was completely by myself. My father was in his room. Britt was taking a nap, and I was walking up and down the hallway on my break from work and just doing a dance to Sabrina Carpenter. It was fun. I had a blast. I recommend it, honestly. But I've got to like keep doing that for myself and showing up for myself and having those moments where I just take care of me, whether that's telling myself that I'm capable and I'm okay and I can do what the hard thing that I'm trying to do, or having a little mini dance break even though I probably look stupid. But just or taking a walk by myself, or just sitting with my own thoughts for a bit with no phone, learning something new, something, you know. I gotta be up at the ass crack of dawn tomorrow morning. Not happy about it, but it is for my father, so we're gonna do that. Yeah. So good night. I'll check in with y'all tomorrow. Good morning. You remember me saying last night that I didn't trust Brit's brain? I don't trust her brain. I was correct. I click off. I log off here for the night. Say goodnight to y'all. And then I hear her cough. I'm like, you alright? No answer. She wasn't alright. This angle is something else. I look all puffy in the face in the morning, every morning. It's so weird. Oh, I'm so tired. Dad's got his CT scan this morning. My dad doesn't think that I'm awake yet. Doesn't trust me. I'm already dressed and ready to go, my guy. I gotta feed the cats before I leave. They're gonna get an early breakfast, so I'm gonna go feed the cats. But yeah, good morning. Oh, gosh darn it. I'm gonna tie up my hair. It's looking a little flat today because, I mean, I just woke up. And it's almost hair washing day. Tomorrow's hair washing day. So it's looking a little bit on the flat side right now. I don't know if I can prep it. I don't know if I can, like, make it look better right now. I don't have it in me. And we're back. Back in the same spot. My dad went to go pay for parking. This appointment should not be long, and we are so early. We're supposed to be here at 8:15. It's 7:30. That's my dad for you. We're either, you know, super early or we're right on time. Most of the time we're super early, but the traffic going on right now is so loud. But yeah, we're having a grand old time. He likes to be early everywhere because if he is early, then that means we'll probably be seen earlier. That's typically what happens. He just wants to get out of here. Here he comes. Here comes the man of the hour. Well, you gotta close the window. So my dad's having a little bit of problems understanding. They just had to tell him to not press the emergency button in his hand. I told him it was an emergency button, but like, this is why they need people who do sign language in the hospitals. If I can't be in that room to tell him in ASL, don't press the button right before he goes in, he's not going to remember. Like, he's a senior citizen with a hearing disability and a TBI. Hello. So he's successfully in there now, and I'm just saying, something in this room smells like it's saturated in urine. I don't know what it is. I know it's not me. He said that they just cleaned the room. I don't know. I'm complaining for nothing. I'm complaining for nothing. I feel so fun. We're having a fun day because my dad has an appointment today. He's officially allowed to eat again. And so we are officially just sitting in the car driving, eating chorizo as a family. You can't get any more better than that. So we're eating chorizo on the way to go get dinner because my father has specifically asked me for a poutine. So I'm going to get that man a poutine. Yep. We're going to Five Guys. We're going to get a poutine. He fucking deserves it after what he went through today. Yep. I'll tell the whole story of it later on tonight because, my God, my father. Hello, everyone. It is time for the nightly update. 1 second. Just turning down my TV because we just watched the Yankees game and the Yankees are going to the post game with the Blue Jays. I'm so excited. Obviously, I'm fucking hyped for this. Anyway, today was an okay day. I don't know exactly how many steps I got. I know I got over 5,000. Give me 1 second. It says 5,806 and it's currently 11:13. So I could get more tonight. I could get no more. Probably no more. If we're going to be real and honest, probably no more. But again, another good day. And I think the most of it came from going to the hospital with my dad. Funny moment in the hospital with my dad. So my father is hard of hearing, not because of like genetics. He is hard of hearing. Like my mother is hard of hearing because of genetics, my mother was hard of hearing because of genetics. And that is the reason why me and Britt could lose our hearing as we age. My father is not hard of hearing because of genetics. He actually, at birth, he suffered a TBI, which also left him severely hard of hearing. So he's got a TBI. Okay. So his comprehension is not the best. And he can forget things, right? Just it happens. So we're getting his MRI. He had a CT scan today first, and then he had an MRI. And I'm explaining to him what they're going to give him. So I'm telling him they're going to put earplugs in his ears. They're going to give him big headphones to protect his ears, and they're going to give him a panic button. And I specifically said button for emergencies only, and I spelled it out. Emergency only. And he said, okay. About 10 minutes goes by. We have to go from like one part of the radiation to another. And then we actually had to go to the CyberKnife first. And the CyberKnife is the radiation, it's the treatment machine, basically. It's called the CyberKnife, which is not a fun name. Not a fun name. Because during his CT scan, they realized that he has a very short torso and very long legs. So they weren't sure that the machine would be able to be used on him. They were a little bit concerned that his legs were too long for the machine. So they had to like mark him, and then we went to the CyberKnife and they checked, and sure enough, he's fine. He will be fine. He's good for the radiation. So we go to the MRI. So again, 10 minutes has passed. Okay, like he does not remember there's going to be a button. So I did not find this funny at first. But afterwards, the whole situation was pretty funny. So they tell him that I'm not allowed to go in the room with the big magnet, right? They're not allowed, especially because this piercing is like a new piercing. I have tattoos. We're not going to go in there. So I'm outside the door and I have his glasses. So he not only can he not hear, he officially cannot see either. And I've told so many people, he is hard of hearing. He can't hear you. Don't go in there with a mask on. Take the mask off. Nobody fucking listens to the girl who's there to help him, right? So this very nice lady, she gives him the button. And she's like, it's for emergencies. She's got a mask on. He has no idea what this button's for. Yes, I told him 10 minutes prior that it's for emergencies only. He didn't remember. All he knew was he had a button. They start the machine, they put him in, and all I hear is bam, 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 bam. And I'm like, is that the machine? I've never had an MRI before. So I go, I'm in like the waiting area, and I stand up and I look, and all I see is this guy. They have pulled my dad out of the MRI machine. And he's looking down at my dad, and he's like, don't press the button. I was like, what? And I asked him, like, was he pressing the button? And he was like, he was pressing it over and over again. So I was like, is he okay? And he was like, yeah. I'm like, well, you gave him the button. And this guy's like, well, you told him it was only for emergencies. I'm like, you're talking to a hard of hearing man with a fucking TBI. You think he's going to remember? He just knows he has a button. And if you give him the button, he's going to press the button. Like he didn't remember. I asked him why he was pressing the button when he got out. And he said, I thought I had to just take the pictures. I said it was for emergencies only. And he said, well, I didn't know. Oh, I love that man. He just like every day, if I have to go somewhere with him to help him translate, every day is a new fucking day. It just is. It's great. But today, we also watched the Yankees and Boston game. As I said, Yankees didn't just win, they slapped. They spanked Boston. I can't wait until tomorrow.
Like they were a fly.
I work with somebody who's a humongous Boston fan. I am so tempted on our meeting tomorrow to just put the hat on, be like, I'll just start whistling "We Are the Champions." Anyway, yeah, it was a good night. I've had a really great day. I got most of my walking done at the hospital, if I'm gonna be fucking honest with you. And then I had to go to the doctor. Oh, I still have my Band-Aid on my arm. It's on my fat arm. Get this sucker off. I didn't bleed this time. Go me. My doctor loves giving me shots because I make it fun for him. So my doctor, he's the coolest guy. Like, I love my doctor. He's amazing. He's so funny. He doesn't bullshit nothing. Okay. So I go there today. I have to get a monthly B12 shot. And then now there's something else wrong with me. So unfortunately, I have to go get an x-ray. I will explain when I actually go to get it done. So I go in. And my doctor, he loves giving me shots because I make it fun for him, like I said. So every time he gives me the shot, I go, ew! Even though it doesn't really hurt that bad. I mean, come on. I got a fucking needle through my lip, and I didn't even act like that. A shot in the arm is not going to hurt me like that, right? But the first time he did it, I did that, and he laughed so hard. So now, whenever I go get my shot from him every month, he goes, he doesn't get to give shots as often as he wants to. So if he can do that to somebody once a month, I'll give it to him. But yeah, it was a good day. But yeah, I have to go. On Saturday, I am going to get blood work done. It's just for my A1C, my every 3-month A1C test. So I'm going to do that. And then I do have to go get an x-ray, a couple x-rays done, which I will explain in the next vlog. I am fine, but of course there's fucking something wrong with me. Of course there is. So it's fine. But yeah, it's another day where I've hit 5,000 steps. It is officially, hold on, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It is officially 4 days in a row. 4 whole days in a row. Moving on to day 5 tomorrow. No, you don't count Sunday. So Sunday to Monday, Monday to Tuesday, Tuesday to Wednesday, Wednesday to Thursday, Thursday to Friday. Oh, see, Britt's helping me because I don't know how to do math. So it's 5 days in a row now? Yes. 5 fucking days! Oh man. Okay, I have some WhatsApp messages to answer. I have some people to talk to and all that good stuff. So checking over. Thanks for hanging out. Love it. Ow, that actually hurt my motherfucking ear. Check in tomorrow. My power keeps flickering. Anyway, I decided that while my power is being the fuck nut that it is, I would do my review officially for Loop Dream and Loop Engage 2 Plus. Loop Engage 2 Plus. So let's get started with that. So these are the Loop Engage 2 Plus, and I have been using these for a couple days now. They are amazing. I'm gonna put that out there right now. spoiler alert, these are fucking bomb. I initially decided to get Loop for sleeping, and just because I've been hearing so many great things about the way that they isolate noise that you need to hear versus what you don't need to hear. As you can hear around me, there's constantly all kinds of like noise disruption, and there's just a lot of background noise when it comes to my everyday life because I like having my windows open and there's a lot of traffic outside. I also have cats. I have a father who eats right behind me very noisily. And there are a lot of noises that I just can't take sensory wise that really affect my ability to concentrate. So I initially went for the Loop Dream, but I was able to get the Loop Engage 2 on promotion. They had a bundle for these. I would rate these a solid 9 out of 10. I love these. I've been wearing them for a couple days now in different situations, out in the car, in the hospital, at home, and they work in every situation. I'm able to hear things I need to hear, such as conversations, music, meetings at work. I love the fact that they sit all the way flush inside your ear. So I can have my headphones on, I can have my wireless headset on, and they work. They're amazing when it comes to that. The only thing that I'm not really a fan of is the fact that they are extremely hard, like the plastic. So this hard plastic right here is incredibly hard. So because I have smaller ears and I do have piercings, while these are piercing friendly, I will mention that if you do have a tragus piercing, you have conch piercing, they do work. I don't know if it would work with a daith. I'm not 100% sure about that, but these work when it comes to certain other piercings that sit right close to the ear canal. The plastic is just really, really hard. So because the plastic is extremely hard, it can hurt sometimes because I have littler canals. So that's really the only thing that's wrong with these. The fact that this is bigger than I think that I would need, it makes it more difficult. But they do exactly what they need to do. They also have these little rings that you can actually put inside the loops. So I can even do it in the case. So you just basically take one of these loops, you press them into the center, and that offers even more noise canceling. So you're getting more noise canceling just by having these little rings in them. And they are so easy to get out. All you would do is press your thumb, or in my case, your nail, into the middle of it, push out, and they pop right out. Not hard at all. Even with hand issues like mine that can't really pinch, it's incredibly easy to get them out. I don't use them because I don't really need to. So I solid 9 out of 10, 8.5 to a 9 out of 10. These are the Dream. I got them in the peach orange color. A couple things. One, as you can see with this carrying case for Engage, they're secure in there. This is beautiful. The design is great. They have grooves where they sit. It's just perfect. These are more expensive. The case, flimsy. And they just fall out. They just fall out. I don't know why these are more expensive than these. When this case is better, everything about these are better. Now, I've tried wearing these 2 nights in a row. I'm gonna try for a 3rd night today, but I'm giving these a solid 4 out of 10. It's unfortunate. There are many reasons why. One is the carrying case. This is, okay, I'm dropping things. So with this case, it is bigger. It does have like this more silicone-y surface on the bottom. So when you put it on your nightstand, it doesn't move. Like it doesn't fall off. It can't be like easily pushed off. My cat will do it though. But it just looks cheap. It feels cheap. They're easier to open, which is great for somebody like me. But the fact that they're just rolling around in here, they don't have their own spot that they can sit in like the other ones. I prefer this design overall. Let's talk about the actual functionality. These also come with several different tips that you can try. These are the standard tips. My camera doesn't even want to focus on them. Anyway, they come with different tips. So these are the standard. They are like the silicone, like the soft silicone. I have tried these tips in a medium. They don't fit. These are the smalls. They fit. I've also tried the extra smalls and they don't fit. They just fall out. So these are the smalls. They fit. But here's the problem with them. They unseal in my ears. They completely unseal. So I wore these last night in the middle of the night. I was fine. They were in. They weren't blocking out a lot of noise, and I kept having to push on them to get them to reseal, which is an indication that they're not the right size, right? But when I tried putting the medium ones on my ear, like inside, they simply wouldn't fit. They were too big. So this is the next size down, and they kept unsealing. So I had tried the other tip. They have other tips, and they are, I think they're called the double tips, which did work better. Now they're just free rolling in here because there's another design flaw when it comes to the case. So these are the extra smalls. I had to put the extra smalls on. So these are the double tips. I'm not sure how well you can see them. Do help them stay in my ears better, and they don't unseal, which is great. But I was having difficulty when it came to me hearing myself breathe. And so that's not on them, that's on me. That's why I've been wearing the engages a lot more to kind of get used to that sound. They didn't unseal, I just couldn't fall asleep with them in. I fell asleep with these ones in last night, but the entire night I woke up in the middle of the night in order to try to push them back in, like to reseal them, and they just kept unsealing. So at like 2 o'clock in the morning, after 2 hours of sleeping, I took these out. I took them out because I was fed up with having to readjust them. I'm going to attempt again today to sleep with the double tips in. Now that I've been using the engages for a couple days, we'll see how that works. What I love about them is that this piece here is super soft. So when they are in your ear, they don't hurt. They are super soft. They like, you can actually like bend them to the point where they're like, that's how soft they are. They're really super soft. They're really like good quality silicone, it feels like. So they do in fact provide that softness that you need for when you're sleeping. However, they move so much. So for somebody like me who has dexterity issues, putting these in is a fucking trial. Because while I like that this is soft, I wish that this part here wasn't so bendy, because it makes it really difficult to get them in situated. In order for me to get these in, I have to grab my ear and pull. But not only that, I have to somehow get this open, like where my tragus is. Get that open up a little bit more. Make sure my tragus piercing is all the way in, and then push these in. And even then, they bend on the way in. So I have to get my nail in and readjust them, put them straight, and get them in. They are annoying, especially with these tips. They are annoying. So I love the double tip when I have them in, because they do seal and they're really good when it comes to that. But as a whole, these are not worth the $60 that I paid for them. These were $60, these were $55. So these were like $5 less. Everything about them is better. The only thing is that the middle part is extremely hard and can really like hurt if you have them in for a long period of time, if you're not used to having something in your ear. In this ear, it doesn't bother me. What is with my hair? In this ear, it doesn't bother me because I'm so used to having an earbud in my left ear that I don't even feel this. I don't feel it at all. It's the right ear that I'm feeling it because I'm not used to having something in that ear. I would not repurchase these. I just wouldn't. I got these specifically to sleep for sleep in the Netherlands. I think I might try sleeping in these if it's safe to do. I might try just sleeping in these. I'm gonna look it up, see if it's safe for me to sleep in these if these don't work out, because these are fantastic. So while I recommend Loop as a brand, the color scheme that they have is gorgeous. I love my green loops. I love the fact that I can add noise canceling. I can take away noise canceling. The case is so cute. Like, it is adorable. They work really well. The technology they have for them is beautiful. The design as well, how it looks in your ear is very nonchalant. Nobody knew that I was wearing them yesterday. I had my hair tied up in a bun, and nobody made mention of the fact that I had these little circle things in my ears, because with shadow, with my hair and stuff, or with like the sun, you can't even tell. You can't tell. Unless I have like the white part in, which I didn't. I'm going to attempt to sleep in them again tonight. Like I said 45 times, I'm going to make the attempt. These are not worth the $60 that I paid for them. They're just not. Oh well. But that's my honest review on Loop. Again, definitely recommend their everyday wear Engage 2 Plus. Do not recommend the Dream as they are sitting in right now. Like, this is not the same quality as this. It's just not. This is not the same quality as this. Even just looking at the cases. Again, you have them open in bed, you tip them a little bit, or you accidentally like knock your partner, and there they go. Like, I'm all the way upside down. Shaking my bat wing and everything. They're not coming out. The quality speaks for themselves. I understand that they have some, there's probably a reason for this. Maybe that's the reason? You can just easily pop them out? I don't know. It just seems like they put way more effort into their regular loops than they do their Dreams, and the quality speaks for itself. I'm just saying. All right, that's my review. Hope that helped everybody. Yeah. Bye. It's a little dark in here. This week is done and over with. It's Sunday. It's the following Sunday. I have all of my data in front of me on my laptop. It was not easy some days, especially the last 2 days, so Friday and Saturday. It was definitely not easy to get the 5,000 steps in, because I was realizing that I was getting really sore very quickly. And so that kind of opened my eyes to the fact that I have been coasting very, very dangerously when it comes to my health and my exercise. And the fact that I now have data, which I will put on the screen, but I'm also going to read it off here as well, just to show the trending of this week versus last week. Well, the range of this is September the 28th until October the 4th. Today is officially October the 5th. So this is from September 28th to October the 4th. I'm going to go through every single day as they go. Anyway, let's just put my glasses on. That's going to help a little bit better, I think. There we go. I look like me again. Hello. So on September the 28th, I got 5,308 steps, which is fantastic for me as day one. That was also unintentional. It is also what brought me to the decision to get the 5,000 steps a day. On Monday, when I had the gumption, I'm like, I'm gonna fucking do this. You know what I mean? I got 6,277 steps that day, and it was intentional. I went outside. I went for a walk. It was intentional. The next day, I still had the gumption and the gall, but I didn't have the will or the motivation. So I only got 5,028. I did get the 5,000. That was what was important. I got the 5,000. On October the 1st, so Wednesday, I ended up getting 5,558 steps. So I got over the 5,000 by quite a bit. And again, it was intentional. So I was setting my watch up. I was making sure that I was walking and getting all those steps in that I needed. On Thursday, I had a little bit more gumption. Got 6,106. Friday, as I said, was a struggle bus day. Friday and Saturday were both struggle bus days where I literally just wanted to make sure I was getting my steps in. So on Friday, I got 5,046. And yesterday, the 4th, I got 5,194. However, if we look at the actual projection, okay, this week I averaged over the course of, from the 28th to the 4th, I averaged 5,502 steps. If we look at the week prior, which is September 21st to the 27th, my average steps were 3,314. So I have upped my steps by 2,000 and 2,200 and something, or 2,100 and something. I don't know. At least 2,000 steps more than I was getting the week prior. This is only what I've done over the course of this week. The weeks prior, again, I was slacking on my exercise. Like if you look at the September 14th to the 20th, 2,486 steps were my average for the week. If we look at the one even at the end of August into September, so August 31st to September the 6th, 4,325. So again, not really getting close to that 500 step mark. So now I have to up it. Yeah, I have to up it to now I want to get at least 6,000 as the week. I would love 6,500 for the week, but I'm just having to push myself over and over and over again in order to make sure that I'm staying on top of the shit, It was a really grueling week, and I learned stuff about my body that I didn't really understand before. The fact that I'm able... What? Britt, I don't know if you can hear her. She just said, you hurt like me now. Because I was walking around Walmart yesterday, again, which is my fucking nightmare. But I was walking around Walmart yesterday because I needed more body wash, I needed shampoo, I needed all my, my girl stuff. And after like 20 minutes of walking around, my back was so sore. And I was like, holy fuck. Like I used to be able just to do this constantly. And in the beginning of the week, I was, but I was taking rest days after walking for 2+ hours. This time, I didn't allow myself to do that. It was intentional 30 minutes of walking every single day that got me the 5,000 steps. I also realized that 30 minutes of walking will get me 5,000 steps. If I do 30 minutes of walking a day, 30 minutes of intentional walking, I can get 5,000 steps. So what's stopping me from from going from 30 to 60? Like, what's stopping me from getting an additional 30 minutes? Myself, my own stamina. That's what's stopping me from getting the additional 30 minutes. So I just have to push myself a little harder, make sure that I'm getting enough exercise so I don't hurt anymore. Did I stop when I was hurting? No. That's the key difference. Pain versus stamina, pain versus motivation, pain versus, the body over versus the mind. The mind has to win. I also want to pinpoint here that I'm not saying that if you hurt, you should just keep going. That's not what I'm saying. That's me. That's what I'm used to. I go for the mind over matter stance because I'm used to that. Like, I remember when I was going to adult day school to get my diploma, that I started walking to school, and it was literally a 10-minute walk down the street. I was fine walking there, but on the way back, after sitting in really uncomfortable chairs for 5 hours and walking back, I had to stop so many times, and I cried on the way home. So if you need to stop and take breaks, fucking do that to get to where you need to go. I'm not saying to push through the pain. I'm saying that's what I do because that's what I'm used to doing. Just wanted to put a little disclaimer out here. No judgment to those who have to take breaks. My sister is a person who must take breaks because she'll really hurt herself if she doesn't. Yeah, Britt and I both advocate for breaks. Okay? But I was able to push through, and I was able to do it every single day. Did I want to do it every day? No. Of course I didn't want to do it every day. Nobody, I'm sorry. People who hate working out, me. People who hate to sweat, me. Don't want to go do that shit every day. But it's a matter of putting yourself first. I'm sorry. I have the ability to walk. I will not lose that ability again. I lost that ability to walk. I lost the ability when I was 400+ pounds. I lost the ability to walk around without wanting to cry, without having to sit down every 2 minutes. I lost the ability to go shopping for myself because I refuse to use a scooter inside of a store. I just can't do it. My brain won't allow me to because that social anxiety, I can't have people looking at me like that. I can't. Because I've had people film me before. Okay, out in public. I have been filmed before just being myself. My photo has been taken to be seen as a spectacle several times in the past. I'm from the people of Walmart era, you know, where people would just take really embarrassing photos of people that look different or if they were bigger just to do so. I'm from that era. So I always refused to use a mobility aid in public. I won't do it. I'm not damning anybody for doing it. It's just my own insecurity because I'm not disabled. I'm fucking obese. And when I was 400 plus pounds, I was so scared to be one of those people that used a scooter to go around in a store because I was afraid that somebody was going to take my photo and make fun of me. And that fear still lives on to this day. So what I did when I was in adult day school, I had no choice. I had to walk to school and back every single day. For a month, I was crying all the way home. But that moment is what keeps me going when it comes to me walking. The memory of being 400 plus pounds and having to stop like 7 or 8 times on a 10-minute walk home because I physically couldn't walk anymore. And getting home and being so sore for the next day that I still had to get up and go do it again. And crying all the way home all over again. My tears and my pain didn't mean as much to me as getting my diploma. And eventually, I was able to walk all the way home. I still cried, but I was able to walk all the way home without stopping. And eventually the tears stopped too. And then gradually the pain stopped. It's just a matter of pushing yourself to your limit and then furthering the limit as you get used to it. Because I'm going to be honest, for anybody who watches me who is struggling with walking and their mobility, just take it from a former 400-pound woman who couldn't walk more than a minute or two. There's never going to be a moment where you're not going to be in pain until you learn to push past it. Until you put yourself and where you want to go in life and who you want to be above the pain of actually walking around, you're never going to get anywhere. I was one of those people, as I said, who couldn't walk for more than a minute or two. But I wanted to get my diploma. I wanted to get on an airplane. I wanted to walk through an airport without needing assistance. I wanted to be able to walk around a grocery store by myself for an hour or two, perusing the aisles to see what I want to make. I wanted to be able to make a change in my life. I wanted to be able to socialize, go out on walks with my best friend, be able to, catch up with my niece who is, really active in the parks and things like that. I wanted to be able to do those things. And the only way I was able to do it was to get off my ass. As harsh as that fucking sounds, that's all it takes. Get up off your ass. And I know that sounds really harsh. And I know, and this is not for the disabled people, okay? This is not for the people who have actual physical disabilities. All right? I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to the people who are struggling with just getting up and starting. And the only disability you have is not even a disability. It's just that you're really obese. Okay? Sorry, I'm really blunt and honest to the point. I don't want to fucking mince words or anything like this here, okay? The only thing that is stopping you is the pain of being fat. You need to just get up and start moving. Start taking 1-minute walks around your apartment. Start taking those 1-minute walks or 2-minute walks down your driveway and back. Do that a couple times a day. Get your body moving. I don't want to be a 40-year-old woman who has to rely on other people to do things for me because I chose to not walk. If you have the opportunity to get your mobility back, if you've lost it, don't fucking squander it. That's all I'm going to say. If you're young enough to get it back, fucking go get it back. Don't be one of those people that just decides that it's easier to do what you know. If you don't move it, you actually will lose it. You'll absolutely miss it when it's gone. So that's this week's vlog. Sorry, I always get on my soapbox at the end of these things, so it's fine. I will see you guys next week. Have yourself a fantastic night. Bye.